boundary. It's rain-cooled air coming off of those thunderstorms right there, and watch this boundary push from east to west, and that's what actually triggered the big severe storms here across our area earlier this evening. Those thunderstorms lightening up now, but that was pretty interesting to watch and see. Across the rest of the News 5 viewing area, quiet, and everyone will be dry during the overnight hours tonight. Current temperatures into the 50s and 60s. We do it all over again tomorrow. More thunderstorms in that finally Friday forecast. Details straight ahead. Rob.
Mike, thanks. Well, fulfilling a huge need for homeless families in our area, the RJ Montgomery Center in downtown Colorado Springs has reopened, now with a new name, the Family Hope Center. News 5's Maggie Bryan takes us inside this renovated space and shows us how it's helping the most vulnerable.
The new Hope Center can now hold double the number of families with the new renovation. This room here is one of 31 new private rooms where fathers can now stay with their children instead of being separated across the shelter.
My daughter's clothes and my clothes, you know.
Jose Barreras has been living in the Salvation Army Family Shelter in downtown Colorado Springs for 3 weeks.
Just trying to get back to that point where it's like normal.
He is there with his 8-year-old daughter, Luna.
Can I get a snack?
Yes, you can. She is just graduated second grade. She's going into third grade next year.
The two are using the shelter to get back on their feet while grieving a recent death.
My wife had passed away. It was March 21st, and it was really sudden, and she passed away from her diabetes, so my daughter has it now too.
Hey, what does your machine say?
It was like 280.
Jose and his daughter are there for each other, but before, it would have been a lot more difficult to stay together. Since 2003, the shelter had been offering people a place to stay, but in 2 large rooms filled with bunk beds. Men and women were separated on each side of the building. After 2 family shelters in Colorado Springs closed their doors last summer, the Salvation Army says they needed to do something.
We just converted the shelter to an all-family shelter, which really doubled our capacity for families.
Just 10 days since its reopening, the shelter is at full capacity, and 14 fathers here get to stay in the same room as their loved ones.
This place, you know, has really helped us out a lot, because if it wasn't for them, you know, allowing men and children, because most places don't, we would be out on the streets.
Jose says the shelter also provides a bonding space for families going through similar challenges.
The best part is just seeing my daughter happy, you know, being able to run around and like be with other kids and like in an environment like that.
The shelter, now renamed the Family Hope Center, is giving families just that. There you go. Hope.
We're trying to get everything going, you know, and get back to life, you know, because you can't just quit. You got to keep things going.
The Salvation Army says nearly 60% of families here move on to self-sufficiency with permanent housing. Jose says he plans to be one of those families. In Colorado Springs, I'm Maggie Bryan, News 5.
Maggie, thanks. This is new at 10. Pueblo Metro Bomb Squad and multiple police cruisers investigating reports of a small explosion in the city. It's in the area of 14th Street and Baxter, just west of downtown. According to the Bomb Squad commander, the reports came in around 5 this afternoon. Police say there's no threat to the public. They believe this is an isolated incident. It's still unclear right now what that explosion was or if anyone was injured. An El Paso County Sheriff's deputy has been arrested, placed on administrative leave. Deputy Daniel Garcia, who works in the detention division, arrested by Springs police facing 2 counts, menacing and first-degree official misconduct. He's been with the sheriff's office since 2013. No additional information has been provided by the sheriff's office on what Garcia is accused of doing, resulting in the arrest. Police in the Springs, they've arrested a man who they say tried to lure a child for sex. However, they say the account the man was contacting was undercover, not a real person. 38-year-old Gary Henderson arrested by Springs police when he showed up thinking he was meeting a 14-year-old. He faces charges of internet luring of a child. Now, this is part of a broader CSPD investigation into suspects who use the internet to lure children for sex. Well, after a month of negotiation, teachers and staff in School District 11 have ratified a new contract agreement, meaning a significant pay raise for next school year. D11's education support professionals like bus drivers, custodians, they're getting the highest pay boost. The district tells us that current teachers are getting a 16% pay raise. That includes the salary bump, a one-time bonus, and other benefits.